A gorgeous afternoon, lovely people. I am Patricia Lam, the contest chair, and welcome to District 80 Table Topics and Speech Evaluation Contest. This is a closed-door event, and the recording of it will be posted on our District 80 Facebook by the end of the day. And all the best to all you lovely contestants. And to get this contest going, let's put on our best smile and welcome our contest Toastmaster, Katie To. Katie To, please.
Thank you, our contest chair, distinguished Dr. Patricia Lam. Splendid afternoon to our invited guests, contestants, judges, and fellow contest officials. My name is Kathy. I'm the contest Toastmaster for today. My role is to ensure that today's contest is proceeding smoothly, and speech contest being a very important part of the Toastmasters Education Program. They provide opportunity for Toastmasters to gain speaking experience, as well as opportunity for other Toastmasters to learn by observing proficient speakers. Now, it takes a lot of planning and hard work by the organizing team to coordinate this contest, and the contestants have been spending a lot of time preparing their speeches. Although today is evaluations and table topics, it doesn't mean that they don't have to prepare. Now let us show our appreciation by giving all our contest officials and contestants a round of applause using our virtual reaction. Thank you so much. Now, before the contest begins, there are some special rules to note of. All contest speeches will be conducted live via Zoom. Our Zoom master has just shared the online contest speech contest statement. If you disagree to the statement, please leave the meeting now. All contestants have signed the contestant eligibility forms and are certified to have met the contest requirement. Contestants have been briefed on the contest rules and speaking arrangement. Contestants have also been briefed on the timing sequence. Timing will begin with the first verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. Contestants are to immediately notify the contest chair, the chief judge, Zoom master, or the contest Toastmaster immediately when technical difficulties are presented. Only the chief contest chair, contest Toastmaster, the chief judge can stop contestants in the middle of the speech if the contestant is deemed too or inaudible, or when technical difficulties are discovered. In this case, the timer will pause the time and resume only when the issue has been rectified. In the event of a technical problem, the chief judge has accorded a grace period of a maximum of 2 minutes or two chances for our evaluation and table topic contestants to come back to join the meeting room. If the technical issue occurs during the speech, they are given 5 minutes and a maximum of 2 attempts to return to the main contest room and resume their speeches. Contestants will continue speech from the time they stop due to the technical failure, and additional 30 seconds speech time has also been accorded by the chief judge. The timing card will continue to flash accordingly as stipulated time. Judges have been instructed not to consider time in their ranking of the speakers. The announcement of contest winners is final, unless the list of winners is announced incorrectly, in which case the chief judge, ballot counters, or timers are permitted to immediately interrupt to correct the error. No one will be allowed into the contest virtual room while the contestants are speaking. The Zoom masters will enforce this strictly. The contest Zoom master will record the session. Contestants are not allowed to record their own speeches, and no second devices will be allowed unless the contestant has informed either the contest chair or the contest Toastmaster that they have a second device. The Zoom master will meet all attendees during the contestant speeches. There will be 1 minute of silence in between contestants' speeches for the judges to mark the ballot. And after the final contestant has spoken, please remain silent until all ballots have been received by the Chief Judge. We'll be starting with the table topic contest first. Each table topic speaker will be given 1 to 2 minutes timing to deliver their table topic speech. The timer for the table topic contest is timer number 1, Kai Kiet. Please raise your virtual hand so that our contestants can see you clearly. Timer number 1, please demonstrate the timing sequence for table topic contest. At 1 minute mark, be flashing the green timing signal. At the 1 minute 30 second mark, yellow. 2 minute mark, red. Until the speech is concluded, no audible device such as buzzer will be used for the overtime period. Any contestants that speak for less than 1 minute or more than 2 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. Now the speaker's order has been selected through a randomizer in full view of the contestants during their pre-contest briefing. And I will now post it at the Zoom chat. Table topic contestants, speaking number 1, King Ng. Number 2, Malika Sabagan Chavrati. Number 3, Mark Leong. 4, Guarantee. 5, James Clifton Ellison. 6, Adam Ahmad Samdin. 7, Muhammad Hatta Ibrahim. 8, Ricky Tay. 9, Ong Chin. Once we have invited our Chief Judge to select the topic, all the table topic contestants, except for contestant number 1, will be escorted to the breakout room. After each speak is finished, the Zoom Master will broadcast before bringing the next contestant back to the main room to deliver their table topic speech. I will introduce each contestant in the following format. Contestant name, table topic question, and the contestant name one last time. Now, without further ado, Chief Judge, are you and our panel of judges ready?
Katie,
Thank you, yes.
there's some kind of static interference. Is it because you have 2 devices or something? Because I hear that a lot, and also some of the contestants are hearing that as well.
Can I try that? Is it better now?
It comes on and off. Yeah, there's a sound now on. Yeah, you see, I'm not sure whether the rest can hear, but I'm hearing it a lot. Anyone can hear the sound? Yes, a lot of people are saying. Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, it's still there.
Still there.
Yeah, so those who can hear that sound, please thumbs up. Yeah, you see a lot of people can hear the sound. So I'm not sure, maybe ask Sky to check whether it is your devices.
Yes, maybe let me change my device.
Yeah, it's very loud now.
It's overheating. My apologies.
No worries. Oh, Patrick, you may want to check. The noise, would it be coming from you? Your mic?
Is it
Yeah.
from me?
Check it. Somebody is suggesting maybe from you.
Yeah, maybe it's from you.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Is it mine?
If
Okay,
I
don't
mute you,
worry.
Having
if
two
I,
devices,
I
right?
won't be speaking.
yeah, so I will mute you.
It's good now. Is Kathy still here? All right, we can continue. Thank you.
Can I check if the interference is still there?
Yes, it is once you speak.
Can I check if there's still echo? The chair, Chief Judge, may I proceed?
All right, yes, please.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible? May I proceed
Yes.
on?
Am I audible?
The
I think the
sound is
feedback
Chief Judge,
coming
we
from
cannot
me,
hear
but
you.
don't worry, I will just choose the topic.
later when we ask for you, you can turn it on. I think we continue with the
Yeah.
yes. You turn it off first. Yes. Okay. We shall continue.
Chief Judge, are you and the panel judges ready? Thank you. Timer, are you ready? Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Contestants, are you ready? Thank you. And our audience, our invited guests, if you are ready, please give me a thumbs up or love emoji. Anything.
Already. Let's begin.
Thank you very much. Now, before we continue, Zoom Master, please activate the mute all function. Can I request all contestants to keep your videos off, keep your videos on while we are selecting the table topic question. Chief Judge, may I invite you to select a number from our contest chair that will determine the question for our District 80 table topic contest. We can't see your with your virtual background.
Anyway, it's 1, 2, 3. I've got here. So
Okay,
you
I will choose 3.
3. All right,
Three,
number
yeah.
3 will be it. Thank you, Chief Judge. Here we go, Katie, number 3.
Number 3, okay.
Yes, thank
All right, so Zoom Masters, please shift all our table topic contestants except for contestant number 1 to our holding room
Sure.
for table topics? Thank you. Contest chair, would you like to be shifted to the holding area to check on the contestants?
Yes, please.
Zoom master, please assist. Right, at this point of time, can I invite all audience, all attendees who are not speaking, please turn off your video. Except for our timer, contestant, and contest master. Now, during the contest, we will be spotlighting our speaker so that the recordings will be there. I see our contest chat is back. Can we
Yes.
proceed?
Yes, please.
Yes. All right. Peter, could you lower your raised hand so that our contestants know who is the timer? Thank you very much. All right, Zoom master, please spotlight contestant number 1. I believe, Zoom master, you'll be flashing the table topic question. Please only show the buffer screen, not the question, please. Contestant number 1, please do your audio and video check. Are you able to unmute yourself? Zoom master, please unmute our contestant number 1. Hold on, let me try to unmute.
Can you see and hear me clearly?
Yes, we can. Are you able to see the timer who has raised his virtual hand?
I can see timer 1.
Okay. This being a table topic question, I'll be introducing you and the question will be flashed via a share screen. Zoom master, may I know if you are ready with the share screen?
Yes.
Okay. King Eng, leaders don't apologize is the sign of weakness. Do you agree? Leaders don't apologize is a sign of weakness. Do you agree, King Eng?
Thank you, contest Toastmaster. Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. I absolutely don't agree. It's quite simple. When you think about it, it is true that yes, apology can be a sign of weakness, but is it really, really bad? I remember when I was younger and in the army, being nominated as a commando officer meant that here I am leading a group of elite soldiers. And what this also means is that if I go to war, people will live and die on my orders. If I make a wrong move, does that mean that I shouldn't apologize because that makes me look weak? You see, my challenge then was thinking, man, if I'm an officer and we go to war and I make a bad decision, that means many of my men may have to sacrifice their lives for the country. And if that happens and I survive, how can I possibly go to each and every family to tell them about the service that their sons have done for our country? So my friends, it is true, yes, apology may be a sign of weakness, but just because you apologize doesn't mean that you're a weak leader. It means you're an emotionally engaged leader. It means that you care about right and wrong. It means that you have integrity. And if you ask me, what's more important than weakness and strength in leadership is the concept of integrity. Why? Because it means that you are learning, you can admit to your faults, you know where you fall short, and therefore you will find the best people to help you in those areas as a leader. So my friends, I recognize that in this day and age, it's easy to say, oh, when we speak, such as in Toastmasters, don't apologize, you're never wrong. But my friends, would you put your faith and trust in someone who can't seem to tell right from wrong, who doesn't want to be held accountable for their actions? I think not. So as we take a step forward in this day and age, my friends, if you make a mistake, it's okay to apologize. Just make sure you show your strength in getting the outcome that you want for you and everyone else. You can be a leader while apologizing too. Back to you, Contest Toastmaster.
Please observe the 1 minute silence while the judges mark their ballot. Zoom Master, please prepare to bring in contestant number 2 into the main session.
One minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you, timer number 2. Zoom Master, please spotlight contestant number 2 to allow him to test his audio and video.
Hello, Kathy, do you hear me? Do you see me well?
Yes, I can. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right, I'll now formally introduce our contestant number 2. Contestant number 2, Malikan Basagam Chadrati. Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Malikan Basagam Chadrati.
Contest Toastmaster, wonderful judges, fellow speakers, and the beautiful, gorgeous audience. As a leader, one is supposed to set an example for the others to follow. One is supposed to lead his or her team to follow them in the right path. To err is human. Any man or woman in their life tend to make mistakes. So a leader is like any other ordinary person in this world and can always make a mistake. And when they do a mistake, they must take ownership and show the courage to tell the world that they did do the mistake and should formally apologize for the mistake, but should also follow up the apology with a clear, concise plan on how do they overcome any situation that was caused by the mistake they made. So I absolutely agree with you contest Toastmaster that a leader who is not a god, she's after all a fellow human being, definitely do mistakes and must apologize to overcome the mistake, set the right example for the team, and take the team forward by owning up to the mistake, apologizing, strategizing a plan to take the team beyond the mistake and win as a team. That is my thought regarding this topic, Toastmaster. Over to you. Thank you.
Please observe a 1 minute silence while the judges mark their ballot. Zoom Master, please send in contestant number 3.
Contest Toastmaster, 1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Can you see the shared screen and timer? Yes, I can see the shared screen and timer.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear and see me clearly?
Yes, are you able to see our timer number 1? He has raised his virtual hand.
Sorry, I can't pin him.
Yeah,
actually.
you can't pin him. He has raised his virtual hand because we have spotlighted you.
Oh, okay, sure.
Can I invite our Zoom Master to spotlight our speaker? Can I confirm that you have pinned the timer?
Sorry, I can't pin the timer.
Okay, you will not be able to pin the timer, but he has raised his virtual hand. Are you able to see him?
Yes, I can see him.
Okay. If you are ready,
Quite
I will
small,
now. Right. We'll now formally introduce our contestant number 3, Mark Leong. Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Mark Leong.
Long time ago, there was a leader. His name is a great conqueror, Xiang Yu. It was 3,000 years ago in China. He is known as the most powerful and skillful warlord in the entire of China. When he led his men to war, he was against the great Qing Empire. When he reached the destination, what he did, he destroyed all the boats and destroyed all the ports and wares. All his men were amazed. They were scared. They were desperate because there is no way out. All of them were demoralized. Xiang Yu did not make any apology about what he did. He told all his men, it's either glory or death. There is no other way. all his men will only heed his word, because there's no other way. Fellow Toastmaster, there were times when in leadership, the leaders may have to do this sort of decision, where he need to destroy all his boats, destroy the bridges, and destroy any routes of escape, and lead his followers to the only glory land. Fellow Toastmasters, in these times of difficulty, in these times of chaos, leaders need not apologize. Leaders only need to lead. Leaders need to motivate all of them, all the followers, to move them towards the glory, to move them towards the place where they can survive. We are in these times where sometimes it is best not to apologize. Perhaps it's better to lead with words and deeds. And indeed, this is true leadership. Back to you, Contest Chair.
Please observe 1 minute silence while the judges mark their ballot. Timer, please notify me when the time is up. Zoom Master, please bring contestant number 4.
One minute of silence is up. Thanks.
Thank you. Zoom Master, please spotlight our contestant number 4. You will not be able to pin the timer. Are you able to see our timer virtual raise hand? And the stretch?
Yes.
Please?
Yes.
Okay. We can hear you well. Are you ready?
Am I? Okay. Can you see me clearly and hear me loudly?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will now formally introduce our table topic contestant number 4. Guarantee. Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Guarantee.
If you are a leader, would you apologize if you did something wrong? Back then, when I was the president of Toastmasters Club of Singapore at the age of 26, I bear the burden of being a president in the club. That time, I was so lost. I didn't know how to be a leader, but I know one thing for sure: get things done. That is my slogan, and that is my objective in the club as a president. Back then, I have 15 committee members, but all of them were being pushed to be the committees. So you can imagine how difficult to be a leader back then. And then one time, I had made a decision by myself together with my VP without consulting the rest. And Vivian, being the VPM during that term, raised her disagreement to me. Karen, why can you decide on this particular workshop without consulting us? Vivian, you have your stuff to worry about, right? I have my own things. In her mind, I have done the wrong thing. And she uses a lot of words to influence me and to make me feel that, oh man, I've done the wrong thing. I should have consulted everybody to make one decision. I'm the president and I need to be democratic and get everybody's in to make decision. Then I saw her at one over a coffee, that when she was pouring her complaints out to me with all sorts of problems, particularly with that one workshop. She cried. And I felt so lost. And as a leader, I didn't know what to do. Then I tapped at her shoulder and say, this is my first time being a leader. So sorry if I do not do things that you want me to be. But let's get things done. That is what we are here to serve the community in Toastmaster, aren't we? So my friends, is apology and your ego so important? Do you want to let it go sometimes to be democratic and accept people's opinion? I do. And I agree that if we are wrong, apologize. So ladies and gentlemen, be the leader who are responsible. Back to you, contest chair.
Please observe 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballot. Timer, please inform me when 1 minute is up. Zoom master, please bring in contestant number 5.
One minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please spotlight. Yes. Contestant number 5, we have spotlighted you. Will not be able to pin the timer. Are you able to see our timer number 1 with the virtual raise hand and the share screen?
I see a shared screen. Yes, timer no.
Timer number
Let
1
me-
has his virtual raise hand.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Got it? Okay.
Yes,
So
please.
this will be the setup when we raise the questions. Are you
Thank
ready?
you. No, not really, but okay. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes.
Awesome.
All right. If you're ready, I'll now introduce you. All right. I'll now introduce our table topic contestant number 5, James Clifton Alexis. Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? James Clifton Alexis.
Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Don't you agree? Leaders over here, how many of you feel that way? I make a decision, you listen. If not, you are wrong because I am the leader. Well, we always delight in the beauty of the butterfly, right? But rarely do we admit the changes the butterfly has to go through to achieve its beauty. Leadership is like that. We go through so many changes like the caterpillar. We start looking tough, we start looking rough. And then after some time, we even grow spikes. Why? Because we're unsure of our journey. And as we start moving, as we start growing, we realize that life becomes lonely and we become unapologetic. And that is the mark of the level 1 leader. Because at the level 1 itself, what happens is we are forced to prove ourselves. And to prove ourselves, we must be indomitable. We need to be invulnerable. And we need to say, I am not sorry. However, as we start growing, as we move like the number to number 1 and moving to number 2, we realize that the more we open up, the more we choose my favorite word that starts with the letter V. Now scrub your filthy minds. It is vulnerability. The moment we open up and show vulnerability and we start developing everyone, we start moving forward together as a team, not as an evil, manipulative boss, but as a leader, as a team leader, to push everyone together. We can see both sides of that ratio. 1:30, 1:50, 1:100. Why would they follow us? Because they recognize that we as leaders can build ourselves forward by just saying 2 simple words. I'm sorry. And then let's do this together. Would our followers follow us when we are willing to be vulnerable? Would they be able to see that beautiful butterfly instead of that caterpillar, which doesn't look so good? My dear leaders, we all know the answer to this. Let's say sorry. Let's love each other. Let's move forward together. Let's show that beauty. Over to you, Contest Chair.
Thank you. Please observe 1 minute silence while the judges mark their ballot. Timer, please inform me when 1 minute is up. Zoom master, please invite contestant number 6 into the main room.
One minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please spotlight our contestant number 6. Contestant number 6, we have spotlighted you, so you'll not be able to pin the timer. Timer number 1 has raised his virtual hand. Can you see the share screen?
Yes, I can.
Can you see the timer?
Sorry,
Timer
hang
number
on.
1, virtual raise hand.
Yes, I can. Let me just adjust it. Okay, thank you.
Because this will be the setup when we introduce you.
Okay, yeah.
Last round, are you ready? Do a mock test.
Am I audible?
Yes, okay.
All right. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you. I'll now introduce our contestant. Contestant number 6, Adam Ahmad Samdin. Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Adam Ahmad Samdin.
When I took over the club president role in my Toastmasters club, I thought, yes, I can finally make all the changes I want to make. The power is mine to use, and use it I will. But after a few months, I realized that there were a few problems. Very little people in my exco were replying me. Chapter meetings were very difficult to get people to go to, and I felt so alone. A very good afternoon to contest chair, judges, fellow Toastmasters, friends, and anyone who has ever felt alone. When I first took over, I thought that to be a good leader, all I needed were good ideas. I would put my head down, roll up my sleeves, do the work, and make sure that everyone follows on. But I realized that when I did that, I didn't take into account how other people felt. I barged through, I told them to do things correctly, A, B, C, but perhaps I should have listened to them more. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I was not thinking from their point of view. As a student, I am rather free. I have the time to go around and do what I want to do. But other Toastmasters have other commitments and responsibilities. Children, family, work. But I did not have those things. And yet, when it came to doing work, I always wanted them to do more. But instead, they did less. At first, I thought I shouldn't apologize because after all, it is their duty. But after speaking to a few very esteemed members, I myself realized that I needed to humble myself and apologize because I needed to see things from their point of view before I could go and create a successful environment. Ladies and gentlemen, a leader is not someone who just apologizes. A leader is someone who takes the time to see from everyone's point of view. Thank you, and back to you.
Please observe 1 minute silence while the judges mark their ballot. Timer, please inform me where 1 minute is up. Zoom master, please move contestant number 7 to the main room.
One minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please spotlight contestant number 7. You are spotlighted, so we cannot pin the timer. Timer number 1 has raised his virtual hand and the share screen. Are you able to see both?
I can see the shared screen.
Timer number 1 has raised his virtual hand. You will not be able to pin the timer.
Let me pin the timer first.
You will not be able to pin because you are spotlighted.
I can see timer 1 now. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. You want to test? Or are you ready?
Yes, I'm. Can you see me and hear me clearly?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now I'll introduce. Let me introduce our contestant number 7 for table topics. Muhammad Hatta Ibrahim. Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Muhammad Hatta Ibrahim.
Ever since I was a child, until I became a teenager, and now that I'm a full-grown working adult, talking to my mom, has been something that I enjoyed very much. I learned lots of things from her, and she learned from me. So one of the things that we talked about was about apologizing. What if we, or us, or one of us is a leader, and we make a mistake? Should we apologize? Or should we just be quiet about it? Because if you apologize, then you're admitting that you're making a mistake. And you make a mistake means you're weak. And therefore, don't apologize. So you don't apologize means you do not make a mistake. But Mama says that that's not what I told you. That's not what I taught you. Apologize when you make a mistake. Because an apology is a sign of strength. Only those who are brave, those who are strong, will dare to admit their mistake. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. How can I work towards correcting it? So yes, a leader, a good leader, a strong leader is one who reflects on his or her mistake, admits it and say, yes, I've made a mistake. Let's work together, or what can I do to correct it? My fellow Toastmasters, my friends, you apologize sometimes not because of other people, but for your sake, for yourself, for your own sake. As a leader, when we apologize for the things that we didn't do well or could have done better, we then are able to improve ourselves in the future so that we become better, more improved versions of ourselves. So in order for us to become better, we must start by apologizing for a mistake. Thank you. Back to you, Contest Toastmaster.
Please observe 1 minute silence while the judges mark their ballot. Timer, please inform me when 1 minute is out. So, Master, please bring contestant number 8.
One minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Contestant number 8, you're spotlighted so you can't pin the timer. Can you see the share screen? Timer number 1 has raised his virtual hand.
Yes, I can see the share screen and the timer. Thank you.
Thank
Can
you.
you
So
hear me?
this will be set up. Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to introduce our table topic contestant number 8, Ricky Tay. Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree, Ricky Tay?
My dear friends, many of us are looking towards leader being right or wrong. That isn't the real purpose of being a leader. In reality, what we are looking for is a person that, in spite being wrong, he or she is able to keep learning. Therefore, apology doesn't make us a leader. It makes us human. All of us are human. But the key question is, within all of us, there's a desire to seek someone who knows better than us, so that this person can lead us from one ground to the higher ground. There are leaders throughout a life. Many of us didn't realize. Did you even realize, my dear friends, that all of us will eventually become leaders? The key answer is not whether you are a leader or not. The key answer is, are you an effective leader or are you just an average leader? Because all of us will grow old. Throughout our life, it is not about apology. It is not making apology a weakness, but rather when we move forward, we keep learning that weakness actually is a strength. Many of us look at the humility as a leader and will think that that leader is apologizing, therefore must be weak. No, I like to push it further. When we are saying, I don't know, but yet I'm willing to learn, that makes us even more powerful as a person, as someone worth emulating. In times of crisis, such as COVID, we are always looking at someone who is willing to say, I don't know, but I'm willing to learn. I'm not sure, but I'm willing to become better. I don't know if I'm doing the correct way, but I'm willing to listen. That is the essence of being Toastmasters, which is why we celebrated the loss of Siva, but yet we see him as a leader. Many often we didn't realize that if we have a person around, we no longer is able to treasure the person. What I'm going to suggest is this. We have to look at leadership as a sign of growth and learning. In the words of Invictus, it matters not how straight the gate, how much the punishment, the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Madam Toastmaster.
Please observe a 1 minute silence while the judges mark their ballot. Timer, please inform me 1 minute start. Zoom master, please bring contestant number 9.
1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. So Master, please pin. Yes, spotlighted. Contestant number 9, you are being spotlighted, so you cannot pin the timer. Timer number 1 has raised his virtual hand. Can you see the share screen and the timer number 1?
Yes.
Are you ready? This will be the setup when I introduce you.
Okay. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. I'd like to now formally introduce our final and 9th speaker for today for Table Topics. Contestant number 9, Ong Ching Ni. Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Leaders don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Do you agree? Ong Ching Ni.
What an interesting topic. Thank you, Contest Chair. Since I'm the last contestant and I believe the 8 contestants before me would have already spoken extensively on this topic, so allow me to then provide a different perspective to this topic. Instead of answering the topic directly, I would like to challenge you to look beyond the topic, to think about what is more important in life to achieve rather than being a good leader. Well, in my most humble opinion, I would say that it is more important to value add to our fellow human beings, to touch their lives. And that, to me, is what defines the true purpose in life. And do you know that we can all be magicians in our own rights to create that magic for that someone? I always believe that, I always like to think that since we are Toastmasters, why not leverage on our training in public speaking to value add to someone's life? With some magic into your speech to impact a fellow human being. We are all making a speech to someone every day. Whether we said something wrong or not, it is okay. Our choice of words, tonalities, and emotions can most of the time inspire that someone to make that life-changing decision, to pursue their dreams or uplift a person who may be battling, say, depression during this difficult time. And when we strive to be a better speaker, we do not need to apologize anymore. We could create that positive impact in someone's life and make this world a better place, one speech at a time. Now, isn't that magic? My dear friends, more than ever, I think we need love, light, and hope in the midst of COVID and the war between Russia and Ukraine. Therefore, I challenge you to go out there and be Harry Potter. Create some magic today and make our world a better place, one speech at a time. Back to you, Contest Chair.
Thank you. Please remain silent until our tally counters have collected all the ballots. Chief Judge, please inform me when the ballots are collected. Thank you.